Oh, what a Savior. Isn't he wonderful? Isn't he wonderful? Sing hallelujah. Christ is risen. Bow down before him. Bow down before him. For he's Lord. For he is Lord of all. Sing hallelujah. Christ is risen.
Never be ashamed of the story. Share every part of it. I remember hearing Brett Favre, maybe you know of him, he's a Hall of Fame quarterback from Green Bay, and they wanted to do something on him, and he said, the only way that I will allow you to do a highlight reel film on me is if you put in the interceptions and the fumbles. Because if all you do is put where I throw a touchdown or run for a touchdown, that's not reality. And because of God's grace, you can share all your story. Because it's because of his grace that you are where you are today. See, the church, okay, we do a pretty good job sharing the gospel. What we don't do a very good job of is sharing our lives. And Paul tells us that he not only shared the gospel, but he shared his very life. And that's where you make connections with people. You make connections with people when you share your life. But what gives you and I the courage to be able to do that? Well, we have to understand grace. Most of us don't understand grace, okay? We tiptoe in it, but we don't really immerse ourselves in it. And so what I want to do here this morning, just for a few moments, I want to share with you a truth that's going to transform you if you embrace it. All right? Anybody interested in that? And I want to go back all the way to Genesis. And God created Adam and Eve in his own image, and he placed them in an incredible place called the Garden of Eden. And he said it was all good. And he said, you know what? You can have everything, and you can eat from every tree except for the one in the middle. And we know what happened, okay? The serpent came, he tempted them, and really what he did is he caused them to doubt God's goodness. And that's where you and I can get into trouble. Let me tell you how you sustain relationships. You remain grateful. Whether it's your husband, whether it's your wife, whether it's your mom, whether it's your dad, whether it's the church, whether it's this place here, whether it's a friend, whoever. The reason why we end relationships is because we've become ungrateful. And the way in which you and I sustain our relationship with God is that we practice an attitude of gratitude. Now, here's what I want you to understand about gratitude, all right? Gratitude does not ignore the tough moments, the difficult moments. I've got a beautiful wife. I've been married to her for 32 years. It's incredible, but we don't have a perfect marriage. But the way in which we've hung in there for 32 years is because I have remained grateful for her. And she has remained grateful for me. Oh, we got stuff to work on, all right? And we don't ignore that. We just don't live there. We live in the area of gratitude without ignoring reality that there's things that she does that sometimes just drives me nuts. And there's more things that I do that drive her nuts, okay? And so how you sustain a relationship is through gratitude. And so never, never, never forget that. And gratitude is recognizing the good while not ignoring the challenges around you. Y'all okay? And that's how you sustain relationships with one another. That's how you remain a solid team here, okay? Because the fact of the matter is the two places that God's going to grow you the most is in your home and at your workplace. Because we're all different. We need one another. And so what happens is that person that you work with, that person that leads you, He or she's not perfect. Okay? That person that you're leading, they're not perfect either. And yet the moment that you and I become ungrateful, which God hates, by the way, okay? Because we have so much to be grateful for, you'll begin to sabotage that relationship. And it'll never serve you well.
You have done great things. We dance in your freedom. Awaken the light. Oh Jesus, our Savior, your name lifted high, oh God. You have done great things. All right, let's lift our voices and sing hallelujah.